Chapter 4, Mishnah 1. The first Mishnah of this tractate taught that if one was pleased with the liquid at its beginning, i.e., when it became detached from its source, it can prepare food for Tumah even if he is not pleased at its end, i.e., when it makes the food wet. The following Mishnahs deal with applications of this rule. If someone bent down to drink water from a river, the water that comes up from the river in his mouth and even on his mustache is included in the law of b'chiyutan, i.e., it can cause hechsher. It is impossible for water to enter a person's mouth without coming into contact with and wetting his mustache. The wetting of his mustache is thus regarded as part of his act of drinking, an act which he obviously wants. Therefore, although the person had a need only for the water in his mouth, he is considered to be pleased even with the water that remains on his mouth and mustache. As such, he is pleased with this water at its beginning, when it is removed from its source, the river, and thus it can prepare food for Tumah later, even if he is not pleased with the wetting of the food. However, the water that is on his nose, head, or beard is not included in the law of b'chiyutan, i.e., cannot cause hechsher. Unlike the mustache, the nose, head, and beard do not have to become wet when one drinks. Hence, he is not pleased with the water found on these parts of the body. The next case involves a person who lowered a barrel by rope into a well to draw water. If one fills a barrel with water from a well, the water that comes up from the well on the outside of the barrel and on the part of the rope that is wound around the neck of the barrel and on the part of the rope that is needed for the barrel, i.e., the part of the rope above the barrel that must be submerged so that the barrel can fill with water. This water is included in the law of b'chiyutan, i.e., it can cause hechsher. It is impossible for the barrel to be filled with water without the outside of the barrel and these parts of the rope becoming wet as well. Their becoming wet is thus considered to be part of the act of filling a barrel. Consequently, although the person had a need only for the water in the barrel, he is considered to be pleased even with the water that comes up on the outside of the barrel and on the specified parts of the rope. The Mishnah defines the length of one of the parts of the rope just mentioned. How much rope is needed for the barrel? Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar says at least 1 tefach. Another case that involves filling a barrel with water. If, instead of filling a barrel from a well, he put it beneath a drain pipe, and it filled with the rainwater flowing out of the pipe, the water that wets the outside of the barrel or its rope is not included in the law of b'chiyutan, i.e., it cannot cause hechsher. In this case, the wetting of the barrel's exterior and the rope is not an unavoidable result of filling the barrel with water because it is possible for all the water to fall directly into the barrel. Therefore, he is not pleased with the water found on the outside of the barrel or on the rope.